Let us discuss about build triggers on Tomcat application server. So I have using one separate instance for installing this Tomcat. I'll show you practically. Okay, let us discuss about build triggers first. Okay, come down. Yeah, let me get into my Jenkins. Let me get into my Jenkins. Sign in. I have signed in into my Jenkins. Yeah, dashboard. Go to dashboard. Okay, let us discuss about this build triggers. How build triggers is going to work. First of all, let me go into this configuration. Build triggers are nothing but these are used to schedule our execution. See, let us discuss about these triggers once. See, build triggers. First of all, we're going to discuss about build periodically. This build periodically is used for if you want to execute our if you want to execute our job or project for every for some sort of time. Suppose if I want to execute my build, let me take duplicate tab. Okay, let me consider this pipeline itself. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I have to execute this pipeline for every 2 minutes or 3 minutes or every one day or midnight or specific time, specifying creating some specific time on scheduling for on time particular time, whatever it may be, like tomorrow 8 o'clock, for every day at 8 a.m. or for every 50 minutes or every 1 minute. Okay, let me show you practically. This is how the trigger will going to work. I have taken build trigger build periodically. Now what I'm going to do means I'm going to, for reference, you can use this Corn Hub. Yeah, Corn Hub, Corn Tab Guru. Here we're going to have some examples. Click on examples. See how to write contab schedule expression. These are used for triggering our builds. Okay, for that what we're going to do, there is options like every minute, every 1 minute, every 2 minutes, every day, daily, once every night, midnight. There are some sort of so many options. Okay, now I'm going to take for every minute. Okay, but that simply copy this from Chrome tab Guru and simply paste it here. Yeah, simply paste and save and apply. Now what I going to do means even I do even I we too don't know, just we have given have enabled that option, and without knowing us only it will automatically build our build. Let me see. Okay, let we going to see. Okay, uh, let me keep quiet for some time, otherwise I will go you this configuration. I won't perform anything. Automatically it will be uh, triggering our execution. Automatically it's going to execute my build. So, okay, 6:35. I have given at 6:35 itself. Let me check at 6:36 p.m. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, let me check whether my instances are upward running. Yeah, Jenkins master, Jenkins slave, and Tomcat servers are upward running. There is no issue regarding that. Oh, let me check whether it's triggering. Yeah, if you observe here, it's automatically started triggering. Console output success. Oh my god, slave is offline. Let me bring my slave back to online, because my slave has exceeded its space, because disk space is too low, only 0. Yeah, that is why it's always going back to offline. Let me bring back to online. Now it will give console output. We go into notes, dashboard. Yeah. Now it's, yeah, I issued a mail. I will show you. Yeah, console output. Not, it's automatically triggered. I haven't done anything. I haven't performed here build now. Just I enable that option, build periodically. I have given some specific time like one for every 1 minute. Okay, leave it about it. Let us discuss about one more trigger. Meanwhile, it will let me trigger one or two execution. Okay. Configure. Let me go to configure, and we have something called, there's some type of triggers, right? Now let us discuss about poll check. Let us discuss about poll check. Poll check. Yeah. Let me click on it. We have something called poll check. The poll check keys differ somewhat differ from build periodical. It will also build our source or project or our execution, our job or project. What it will, how the difference is, it will trigger once if you make any change in source code repository. Like we will going to pushing it from the ID, like integrated development environment to GitHub repository. After pushing into GitHub, if you make any changes, if you commit any changes in the source code repository, after that we're going to specify some time for every 50 minutes or every 1 hour. In that way we're going to specify some time. Automatically we just want to enable this option. If you made any changes, after making changes for every minute specific time, what it may be, whether we have mentioned 15 minutes or 1 day or particular time for every day. Okay, suppose we're going to give after completion of our work from let us suppose assume that from 9 to 10, okay, 9 to 6 is our shift timing. After 6, if you go to you enable the time 6:30, the thing which is performed all the day will going to trigger if you be continuously triggering the executions. Okay, for every time, what is the specific time for every 15 minutes or every one, whatever may be this, based on the time what we have enabled. Okay, now let me check about this. Yeah, see, it's continuously triggering. See, for every minute it's triggering. I'm talking about this build periodically. Okay, now I'm going to stop that build periodically. Just apply. No, let me remove it first. Now click on apply. Yeah, now it won't perform anything. Yeah, those executions will stop up to there itself. Now we have another option, poll check. We are discussing, no? Or if you make any changes in source code repository, after every 15 minutes it will once it will going to check, it will going to trigger our execution after we make any changes in source code repository. The prerequisite is for both GitHub hook trigger and poll check is Git should be installed in our Jenkins master and should be enabled connection between Jenkins master and Git using this plugins, Git plugin. Okay. This is how all about this poll check, polysem, and we have something called GitHub hook trigger. There is minute difference between poll SCM and GitHub hook trigger. GitHub hook trigger automatically when we perform some changes in source code repository, automatically it will execute our job. Suppose if you have done all the work and you are going to work with, if your developer is doing some changes in GitHub repository, you don't have any specific time. It will automatically execute. If you are making any changes in the GitHub repository, automatically you no need to give. You no need to give any option. We no need to enable any option. We no need to give any option, and automatically it will go into trigger execution. GitHub trigger, how it going to work. Let me show you practically how we can enable the GitHub trigger. We have to perform. Yeah, let me get into my GitHub repository. Yeah, this is my GitHub repository. Inside this GitHub repository, okay, you have options like your repositories. Yeah, in your repository, in your repositories, In your I have some you have some repositories here. In some repositories, I'm going to show you this banking. Okay, let me get into my settings here. Settings here. Yeah, settings. Yeah, let me go into settings. Uh, yeah, here we have option like settings. Here we have something like settings. Yeah, here we have some option. We have one option like webbook. Yeah, web. Uh, Let me show you this webbook option. Schedule reminders. Schedule reminders. Schedule reminders. Yeah. In schedule reminders, we have an option like uh, uh, let me get into the developer options. Let me show you this in email. Yeah. For authentication. We have something called code security analysis application schedule reminders security log account. Click on account. Okay. Emails. We're going to have one option like webhook. My app is updated. That is the reason why I'm unable to see it here. Yeah, let me check for webbook. And yeah, put space your projects. Yeah, go to your projects. Go to poetry. Pick on particular poetry, whatever it may be. Here we have on settings. Yeah. Here we have option like webhook. Haven't created. Let me create. When I have, it will go into ask for GitHub repository username and password. Enter. Yeah, confirm. Yeah, I have login into my Now we have to give payload URL. Payload URL nothing but our Jenkins your external IP address followed by port number. Add a book. Enter on GitHub webbook. Now here keep it as application JSON and just keep it as default. Just push the event. Okay, every time will be and be sure that it is enabled. It should be in active mode itself. Add webbook. Yeah, I have added webbook. If I make any changes in source code repository, automatically it is going to trigger now for GitHub trigger. Okay, this is how the build triggers will going to work in GitHub. Okay, actually, if you want to make any changes, means you can change it in. Just save it. We can view. Or we can make changes means. Let me get into my project. Whatever maybe on some project. Yeah, let me refresh my page. Yeah, let me go to my repositories. Yeah, let me take any repository, whatever it may be. Here I am taking this my project repository. If I go and make any changes in src main Java, automatically src main option Java resources, and come down, come back, resources, go to static. We have like index.html something, and if you go and edit some message here, edit anything, like we have some message like the world class banking services, we have some message, right? Message that should be appeared. Yeah, we provide. If you edit anything here, yeah, welcome to customer banking. If you edit anything here and save it, commit changes, automatically it will be triggered into our source code. And when we try to if you without knowing, we no need to enable anything, automatically it will going to trigger. We no need to mention any time also for it. Okay, this is how these triggers will go into work. Okay, I will tell you once again briefly. Go to configuration. Let us go to build trigger. Build periodically used to build schedule our execution for every specific time, whatever it may be, every day, every week, or for every minute, whatever it may be. It will go into trigger for every minute by giving by scheduling over time. Okay, particular time. But when it comes to GitHub and GitHub hook and Git poll check, the both Git should be for both these scenarios. Git should be installed in Jenkins master. And the basic difference between GitHub hook and poll check is, if we make any incremental changes in source code repository, automatically it will execute. If just developer make any changes, suppose the developer makes some changes in source code repository, after committing the changes, automatically it will trigger our execution. Our project will be executed automatically. In poll check, we have to give some specific time. In specific time, after making some changes, it will go into for every 50 minutes or every 1 hour, based on the time we have allotted for it, for our schedule, it will go into poll check. But in GitHub, the basic difference is it will automatically trigger. But here we have to specific some time. That is the basic difference. For both, we need some changes in the source code repository. But in GitHub, it will automatically execute our job whenever you're going to make in any incremental change in source code. But for whole thing, we have to give some specific time. Okay, that is the basic difference. Okay, now let us discuss about this email notification. What I have done. This is the email configuration. We have something called go to pipeline syntax. For that, first of all, we have to enable this email notification. For that, we have to get into Gmail account first. This is my Gmail account. Here we have an option. Yeah, already I have established the connection between. I have used this Gmail plugin. I have linked my account with this. See here also it's triggered. I received a mail from. Yeah, please go to build and verify build. Okay, let me show you practically. Click on manage your Google account. I have something called security. Now come down. There is one option for two-step verification. It will go into ask password. Let me give my password. Yeah, I will login into my Gmail account again. Yeah, it's asking. Actually, I have verified. If you haven't verified, you just want to verify it. After that, after verifying, you're going to receive one code that should be added as a password in the configuration plugin, email configuration plugin in the Jenkins master. So after receiving this password, what we're going to do means, let me go to dashboard, manage Jenkins, go to this system configuration, come down, come down, come down. And yeah, it's taking some time. Yeah, actually, I established connection between Kubernetes and before I established connection between Kubernetes and Jenkins master. Okay, let's read about it. Like let's discuss about email notification for SMTP. This is the default Gmail name what we have to use. smtp.gmail.com and for Gmail personally for Gmail we have some default port number that is called 465. That's what I have given. I think so, right? Yeah, 465 the default. Now and again those two we have to get it from, we have to know, and remaining this you have to observe this smtp.gmail.com, and one more is smtp port number. The default port number is 465, and remaining are keep it default, and here give your personal email ID or whatever email ID you have using. And password is nothing but when you are trying to generate two-step verification, you're going to receive one password. Just simply paste it here, over here. That's it. And we have to click on test configuration. If you click on test configuration, I already used it. Yeah, I already used it. That's why say yeah. This is how we can establish connection between Jenkins and our Gmail account. See, that's why I receiving these messages. Please go to bill URL and verify the bill. Okay, I will show you how to create these artifacts. Okay, let me get into my pipeline. Here we have some one option like pipeline syntax. This is used to create artifacts actually. If you come down, we're going to find one option like mail. Click on mail. We have to enter the recipient Gmail name. Gmail g.v.dileep 66. I'm entering my mail itself. .com, and let me give the same email name here over here. And in BCC I will going to change one. You can use same email ID. The main purpose of using this email alert is for every for completion of every stage we're going to sending some email notification to the developer or to the team, to particular team like a monitoring team or for the Docker team, whatever maybe. What is the status, what is, whether it is success or it is a fail, or please check the code, please check the bill number, yeah, whatever maybe. We're going to send some alerts to the particular members, team members. Okay, that is the main purpose of using these email notifications. And in triggers also we'll going to send some triggers to the particular team. For every execution they will going to receive one email notification alert. Okay, gmail, gmail. Yeah, and the subject, we don't know the subject. No, we know, but here if you want to because you want to take it from example means Yeah, we have something called global variable references. Yeah, here we have one option, example. Now what I going to do means simply I will going to copy copy and paste it in the subject. For example, I am saying in the real-time environment, what is the message we have to send to the recipient? We have to mention a subject and body of the message. We can attach files, we can attach some data. It's not a issue. Okay. And the body of messages, please go to, let it be. Paste it here. Generate script. This is how we're going to generate script. Okay. After that, we're going to paste it in pipeline. Already I have pasted. See, stage email notification. In Jenkins, we can write number of stages. We can perform number of stages among both declarative and scripted pipeline. Declarative pipeline can be easily understandable, and anyone can easily access it. As it is open source tool Jenkins, and easily can understandable format the declarative script. But in scripted script will be somewhat similar to declarative, but it's somewhat confusion when compared to declarative pipeline. Always it starts with a key pipeline, a key name pipeline in the declarative, and in this scripted pipeline the starting keyword will be node. It contains some set of statements, okay, in the scripted pipeline. That's why we make it some confusions, okay. In declarative pipeline there will be some stages, okay. We can have multiple stages and we can have multiple steps, okay, we can use, okay. This is how. Now let me save and apply. Let me try to build it, okay. Now will know. I think my slave again go to offline. Apply node. Yeah, I think my slave is offline. Let me check. Bring, yeah, slave is offline. Bring back, yeah. Now let me see the execution. It will be successfully executing. Yeah. Now it will go into you. Console output as success. These are three still they are running because yeah, now all are they are all executing. These are or nearly I have given yeah, they have triggered nearly five to 10 times. Yeah, 6 times they have triggered for every 1 minute. See now if it now if you get the console output as success, yeah, console output is success. Now if I open my mail, it should be sending one email notification to me. Yeah, build success. Let me check in my Gmail. I might have received one new email ID. Yeah, see, observe, 7 o'clock. I received a new email. See, 7 o'clock. What is the message we have given? This is how email notification, email configuration plugin will going to work in Jenkins Master. Okay, but and we're going to see about this. Let me close this. Let us see about this. This all about this Jenkins. Can I can show you about this how to add this credentials also. Docker credentials. Let me close this tab. Close this tab also. Yeah. Okay. Go to Jenkins. We can, if you want to add Docker credentials in Jenkins means You have an option like credentials. I already added my Docker credentials into global. See, this is where we can add credentials. You can add new credentials. Okay, this is how we can actually. I have Sony one video to configure this connection between Docker and Jenkins master. Okay, let us discuss about this Tomcat. First of all, if you want to expose Tomcat, yeah, I'll make another video for Tomcat. It takes somewhat more time. Okay, stop sharing.